Welcome to Card Magic 365. As a magician, have you ever had a deck of cards lying around in a drawer somewhere where they're not complete and you just don't have the heart to throw them away? Well, a friend of mine says, being a magician, never throw cards away, even if you've got cards that are missing. And I said to him, well, you know what, I've got a few cards missing. I've got no 7 of spades here, no 5 of hearts or 4 of hearts, or even the 3 of spades. They're just not there. They've been lost. He said, well, you remember when you bought this pack, it came with a couple of jokers and some blank cards just for fillers. I said, yeah, funny you should mention that. I did actually keep those in my wallet. He said, great. He said, pull those blank cards out. And he said, what you do is you concentrate on the cards that are missing. He said, how many cards have you got? And I said, well, I've actually got 4 blank cards, as you can see. Not only blank on here, but also blank on the other side as well. He said, even better. Because now, he said, what you can do is to concentrate on any one of the cards. In fact, think of all 4 of them. The 3 of spades, the 5 of hearts, the 4 of hearts, the 7 of spades. And he said, you'll find that they begin to appear one by one as if by magic. I said, that's crazy. He said, I know, but it just happens for magicians. And as I dealt the cards again, another one appeared. Sadly, the back didn't appear, just the face. He said, don't worry about the back. He said, just concentrate on those 4 cards that are missing from your pack. And they will all appear one by one. And you know what? He was absolutely right. All 4 cards did appear. I said, but what about the backs? Because of course the backs have to match this pattern here. He said, not a problem. He said, wave the cards over those, give it a flick, and the backs will appear automatically. And as I counted the 4 cards I held there, he was absolutely right. They did appear. And that is a great piece of magic where you can print the cards. Until next time, practice and enjoy. So here is the secret to this great little trick. It does use fake cards, so you may have to purchase some of these or make them up yourself. But this is how the trick works to start with all the blanks. You show the cards as 4 blank cards. In fact, you're holding 8 cards in total. And there is one sleight that you have to learn, which is the buckle. Now, it's one of the first sleights that most new magicians learn. It's not a difficult sleight, and I'll show you that in a moment. And I'll also put a link to a tutorial for the buckle in the description below. So here is the first part of the trick. Now, we did do 2 parts to this. The cards you need are 2 double blanked cards. So you need 2 cards that are blank on the back and the front. You also need 2 cards that are blank on one side and backs on the other. So that's the other 2 cards. You need 2 cards that are regular faces but blank on the back. And then finally, you just need any 2 cards from your deck. Okay, just regular cards. You then need to stack these in order. So on the top, you take one of the double blanks. You then take the 2 cards that have got the faces and blank backs, and you put those underneath. You then take the 2 regular cards with their backs up underneath, and then the 2 blank faced and regular backs, those go next with the backs upwards, and then finally the last double blank goes to the bottom. That's the stack you've got. Okay, so that's the stack. So let me just show you the moves. I'm not going to go in depth. If you watch the presentation, it's all to do with the buckle. If you remember the sequence, it's very easy to do. So you remove the pile of cards and you hold them like this, and you're going to push off the first card, the second card, Now the third card is where you do the buckle. You pinch this so you get a gap, and if you've never done the buckle before, as I said, I will link to a more detailed tutorial in the description below, but just very briefly, if you're not sure of it, when you pinch the bottom card, this finger just pulls back on the bottom card. It creates a gap, so you've got all these cards here. So what you can do is just grab these as one. The last card you can flip round because it is just blank on there. Square the cards up, and then you can flip them all over and repeat the same move. So you're showing 4 cards blank on one side and 4 on the other. So once again, you push the top one, the next one, do a buckle, and then the last card here. Now this last card must go on top on this move, not to the bottom. You put it on top like that. Now that might come in useful if you've got a slight movement. Remember, you've got a whole bunch of cards here, so if you get any little movement there, this card, you can put this over to hide that edge. Square the cards up. Apart from the buckle, everything is just counting the cards from hand to hand. Now you can make the faces appear. You push the first card across, the second, you do a buckle on the third, and the first face appears, and you can show the back. Put this to the front, square the cards, repeat the move, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you can show the back of this one, put it to the front. The next 2 face cards you can't show the back, so you've shown 2 backs to be blank. You then go through 1, 2, 3, 4, put this to the front, and then the final one, 1, 2, 3, and the last card you don't put to the front, you put to the back. There's the 4 cards. You square these up, and then you just got to turn the packet over, and that will reveal the backs. And the final move is to do your final buckle, 1, 2, buckle on the third, and 4, and you can clip this to the front. If you watch that sequence a couple of times over with a pack of these cards in your hand, you should have no problems. When you square these up, you can quite easily show the bottom 2. Turn them over, and you can then push off the top 2 because they're just regular. You can show these as just 2 cards and put this whole stack on top of the pack, move them out of the way, and maybe perform a trick with these 2 cards here.